You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, here we are today after Stephanie White and Caitlin Clark made their comments yesterday. Caitlin Clark's comments, and I'm going to read a part of her comments that I did not put in that video yesterday. And it was part of why I was a little, what's going on here when she was giving her comments yesterday? Because I said, in part, Caitlin Clark kind of sounds like she's okay with being the third option on this team, which is, I don't know about you guys, that's not what I want to watch. I don't want to consume that. That maybe she has fallen in line with whatever it is that Stephanie White wants her to be. And frankly, I don't know that that's watchable and consumable. And the league and the team better understand that. I'm sorry, I don't want to see 12-6 out of Caitlin Clark every night. I don't, or any other player I'm interested in watching. That's just a fact. Yeah, those numbers are okay for Sophie, but not the player that ought to be treated like Jordan. Are you mental? No. You got a full-on PR campaign going on right now. The media has stepped in. This is People magazine. People. Caitlin Clark downplays sideline spat with Coach Stephanie White. Those things happen all the time. Not like we saw the other day. Again, there was hate and venom in Stephanie White's eyes, and you could see it. You could see it. That's not how this happens. The Indiana Star, or Indianapolis Star, Indiana Fever star Caitlin Clark and Coach Stephanie White debunk any rumors of tension between the two, with both calling their relationship, quote, great. This is what Caitlin also said, and I went, ew. I got to keep it real. When I heard this, it was like, ew. Quote, when I got hurt at the Connecticut game last year, I bawled in Steph's arms. That's somebody I will ride for the rest of my life. People just sit on their phones all day. They don't see those moments. They don't see the moments when we come into work. They don't see the moments that absolutely suck and people have your back. But they know everything, and in reality, they don't have a clue. I think the problem that a lot of people had was they sat on their phones all day. Well, yeah, people are supporting you. They are. Your fans are going to war for you. And in reality, they don't have a clue. Yeah, why say that about the people that are riding and dying for you as a player? These fans care about Caitlin Clark and spend a lot of time going to combat online and defending her when she has a bad game. Oh, it'll be okay next time, blah, blah, blah. Come on. Don't give us the sense that you don't appreciate that, because that's not a great look. And Stephanie White, this is her comments. Let's play them.
Yeah, I'll get it started. Steph, we saw the clip probably everywhere between you and Caitlin. How would you describe what happened in that moment and the relationship you have with Caitlin overall?
I think what happened in that moment is I was challenging a player. It's coaching. It's what it is. I don't often think it becomes an issue if you're watching it in men's sports most of the time. And my relationship with Caitlin is great. Like, I love Caitlin. I ride with her. Like, we have a great relationship. And I think that the narrative of people trying to make it something that it's not is just, taking sensationalism to try to get some clicks and all the other stuff. She wants to be coached. I want her to help me be a better.
So we're blaming social media? Everybody saw the video. By the way, I keep hearing this, what happens in men's sports. Well, guys, I've been consuming men's sports for 44 years that I can absolutely vividly remember, and I've seen that maybe twice, including a couple of years ago. Travis Kelce was screaming at Andy Reid on the sideline, and they were kind of going back and forth. And before that, I couldn't tell you the last time I saw it. So, no, it doesn't happen all the time in men's sports. That's total horseshit.
Better coach. We're both competitive. We're both stubborn. We're more alike than different. And hopefully we continue to bring the best out of each other.
More alike than different.
You've been at this for about 10 years as a head coach. What have you learned about player-coach tension? And does any of it change or not change because of the spotlight that's on you, the Fever, and Caitlin?
Yeah, I mean, this is not new. It's not a new thing. It's just new because everything that she does gets clicks. That's how everybody makes money, right? That's how everybody makes money. So it's not a new thing. When there was player confrontation / tension / coaching, 10 years ago when I was doing this, or 15 years ago when I was, however long it wasn't on social media. Like, that was just getting started, right? It happens.
Is that what happened at Vanderbilt? Just wondering.
In every sport, it happens in all walks of life. So this is not anything that's new, and it's not a story.
It's not a story. Now, I am going to say this. There is very much a world where this is a coordinated PR scam. We got a scamdemic going on here. Okay? Because Caitlin and Stephanie both used some very similar wording in their statements as well about each other. Did a PR team get involved here? Did a PR firm get involved? Did you hire it? Did you call it a PR firm out of the bullpen? What's going on here exactly? Right here, my boy CDS Sports, go subscribe. They recited a PR campaign. They didn't debunk anything. No journalist would think this to be true. There's a lot of questions a journalist would ask Stephanie White. Those questions have yet to be asked. I will happily ask them. Of course, they're not going to let my boy anywhere around this. They don't want us asking questions. I'll make them real comfortable real fast. Rhodes, you don't want a credential? Hell no. Well, we're going to need, Mr. Rhodes, we're going to need a credential. You're going to have to be credentialed to cover this game. I'm good. Don't worry. I'll just sit over here and continue to give my opinions. I don't need your corruptions and your poisonous ooze percolating over in my direction. You can percolate yourself. Cheryl Miller trying to moonwalk back her comments she made when she crushed Caitlin Clark for going at her coach.
You go, Sue. I mean, I agree with Caitlin, what she said. This happens more often than not. I agree with her on that.
Oh, yeah, she definitely has a microscope on her. Honestly, I think it's just more of the same what we talked about yesterday, which was, for me, coach-player relationship matters. What is allowed, I guess, between that relationship. But it comes to a point where I think an area of growth for Caitlin is these moments of frustration. When she's frustrated on the court, when she's not getting the calls, when she's getting calls against her. These are areas, all players, when things are going your well and you're playing great, this is, yes, of course, you win games. I think championship teams, I think great players, they find ways when it's not going their way. That's when you know you have like a championship DNA inside of you, when you're frustrated and you can find ways. So to me, it's more about that, right? Like, how are you going to handle that moment next time?
Yeah. And you know what? I've got to say one thing about Caitlin, and I sometimes I have to remember that she is young, Sue, and the amount of pressure that is on this young lady, and she's coming back, from her injuries and living up to what everybody expects her to be and do and whatnot can be a little bit overwhelming. So I'm gonna give her some grace. And she's right about one thing. I know I've been in situations like that before. It's never played out publicly like this was. But I can understand where she's coming from a little bit.
Okay. Well, look, two things. I've often said, is Stephanie White big enough for this job? We've talked about this being America's team and Caitlin Clark being the hybrid love child of Larry Bird and Steph Curry as a player, and then the branding of Jordan. Is Stephanie White capable of handling this? Because if they got disagreements like this, They need to wait till they get into the locker room or whatever, because, yeah, the spotlight is on them and it will be. That is not going away. Well, that's how everybody gets their clicks. Well, don't show your ass, Stephanie White, on the bench where everybody can video it. Be aware of your surroundings and how many people are watching you, which, by the way, is starting to get less and less and less. Cheryl Miller, she got destroyed, and she's trying to moonwalk back her comments. I mean, they ain't nothing more than that. I used to think she was a potential. No, let me keep it real. Let's stick to male coaches. Portland coach was pretty damn impressive. That Atlanta coach, pretty damn impressive at times. Or an NBA coach. Jason Kidd, Mike D'Antoni. I've said Mark Jackson. Hey, we can figure, bring in Bill Laimbeer. This has always happened. This happened 15 years ago. Again, when you were burning down the Vanderbilt college basketball program. Yeah, it's happened before. Generally, not long. I mean, when Barry Switzer was feuding with Troy Aikman, guess what? Barry Switzer didn't last long. Tell me what you think, black and white sports supporters. Make sure you're still subscribed. Make sure you subscribe. YouTube is still doing we're just unsubbing people for the hell of it because we suck. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.